I'll talk to anybody. I honestly, if people want to have an honest conversation, and within reason, yes. Now, if you start, quoting scripture, we're done. If you start, you know what I mean? Like name calling, it's like certain things, but otherwise I'll talk to anybody. But I like Luke. And the thing is, we're not that different. That's why I hate labels. Same with Ian Crossland. Like there are a lot of things that we have in common and there's things we don't, but there are a lot of things we have in common. And yeah. And they're fun. The truth is they're fun and I like them. And no, I'm sure I don't agree with them on things, but when did that become such an issue, Osiris? Like, when did that become like everything is literally one or the other? Like am I hallucinating that that's what's happening?
Yeah, I think there's been a very concerted, centralized control on what you can say and what you can't say.
Yeah.
And then everything got funneled online. We didn't have that growing up, like the way it is now. Yeah. And I think it is very curated, whether it's on purpose or not. You have your own tunnel of people and someone else has their own tunnel of people. And really the algorithm is not friendly when you jump from tunnels back and forth.
I know. I get blocked. They don't like me. I just got my thing taken off. I don't even know what it's called. I'm TikTok.
It was TikTok.
Right. It was taken off at TikTok. The video, the clip was taken off at TikTok. And I'm not surprised. I mean, look, they're being threatened basically by the ADL in terms of even being allowed to exist past however many months till they have to divest from whatever Chinese entanglements they have. But somehow I don't think that it's the Chinese that have a problem with what I'm saying. Somehow I don't think it's the Chinese that are looking at me. They probably don't even know who I am. However, the ADL, I am quite certain, knows exactly who I am.
Oh, we know that for sure. I have the clip. This is the TikTok. And this is one of the clips I saw. I'm like, Jen is not here to play games.
And I am so sick of Jews being portrayed as victims. Jews are not victims. Jews are survivors. And if somebody could show me some place where there is some sort of like systemic oppression of Jewish people, like say in this country we have with Black people or indigenous people, then maybe. But from where I'm sitting, you've got what, 35, 38 people that are Jewish in Congress based on what is our percentage? You have how many Jewish people are in the tops of whatever industries? Jews are not
going to start talking about the Rothschilds next.
Well, it's like, I'm just like, at some point you stop playing the victim card, right. It's like, we are not victims. And just because people don't like us and say mean things and paint swastikas, get over yourself.
Unbelievable. TikTok.
I am so sick of Jews.
TikTok pulled that down. Are you serious?
Yeah.
For what? What do you think? What reason did they give you?
Well, first of all, let it be known to all and people who know me, I am not on social. I don't handle social media. So you would have to ask Peter if there was ever any sort of explanation. I don't know, but I mean, look, do we really wonder? Do we really?
We know.
Like, how ridiculous.
No, why are we doing this? We know.
Right. It's basically either somebody like Debbie or Jonathan Greenblatt or, somebody got their hands in a bunch. And I know that I'm probably somewhat threatening to them. There are no anti-Zionist Jews that are running for Congress. I don't even see enough Jews standing up enough on this issue to begin with that are in Congress. So honestly, they should be concerned. They should be concerned. But the truth is people that are acting genocidal should be concerned because there will be a reconciliation.
The TikTok, speaking of TikTok, the TikTok bill is with the Senate right now. They haven't taken a vote or anything. They're probably doing their write-ups or whoever does the write-ups. What is your take on the ban? It's not really just TikTok, but it's basically tiered towards TikTok. What's your take on that bill? If you were in Congress, in the House, where would you vote on that? Where would you have voted on that bill?
Oh, I would never support a ban on any sort of media or censorship whatsoever. I don't support bans. I don't support mandates. That is not the purpose of our government. Also, the idea that this is somehow, first of all, their argument that somehow it's because of the Chinese people or the government infiltrating or getting involved and disturbing our democracy. And the fact that somebody like Nancy Pelosi can say that with a straight face, what disturbs our democracy, Nancy, are corporate people like you who have sold it off. That's what has disturbed the democracy. China, they're just making smart investments. So, it's, to me, it's off the wall that they would even blame China. But the reality is that's not what their problem is. Their problem is that is how young people are being educated on Palestine and are basically being brought into the resistance. And that is what they don't want, because it has nothing to do with China. And what is China do? What are they doing? What is their end game? What is their end game? It's absurd. And even if that, it's all ridiculous, but it really has to do with Zionism, and it has to do with silencing the resistance to the last bastion of white settler colonialism. And that is what they're holding on to.